Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Anybody there? Hello? Hello, hello? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Anybody? Hello? Anybody there? Nobody wants to talk to me? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Hi, is it Ruth? Welcome. If you're just, yes. Where are you from, Ruth? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. From Michigan? Is that right? If you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. I am extremely late tonight. Dale from Missouri, welcome. Thanks for the badge. I appreciate that. I am really late. I'm normally here, I'm about 35 minutes late. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it on. I was busy working on my computer earlier and I was getting a headache, so I was like, well, if my headache goes away, then I'll hop on. So I don't really have a topic tonight, really, per se, because I was getting a headache, so I didn't get one. Is that possible? What did I miss? No, I don't have people come on my lives. Not right now anyway, but thank you. Thanks for the badge. I appreciate that. It's okay. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. I've got quite a few on, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. I'm going to talk about what I normally, my intro anyway. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. So if you're not familiar, my name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Thanks for the badge. Hello from Georgia. Thank you. So if you're not familiar with my channel, I started my TikTok last year in March. Drug my feet a couple months. On September 14th of 2023. If you've heard this before, I apologize. On September 14th of 2023, for TikTok purposes, my husband unalived himself. And that's when I discovered that I have abilities to talk to my guides and talk to the other side. And then they slowly breadcrumb me to my purpose, which is to be here and to help other people with loss and what they're going through. Thank you for the follow, Kimberly. I appreciate that. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. My name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Glad to have you here. So I only have 2 rules. Hi, Joshua. Where are you from? Thank you for the follow. I only have 2 rules. I just ask that you be kind if you're here. And Lakeland, Florida, welcome. Hi from New Mexico. Victor, Indiana. Hello, Frank from Kentucky. Thank you for the badge. Deborah from Atlanta, welcome. Greetings from Florida. Is it Tony? And so, like I said, I just ask that if you're here, you be kind. Hello from DC, welcome. Thank you for the badges and all the hearts, guys. I appreciate that. Hi from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Oh, I hope to get there someday. Is it Jim? Someday. That was my husband's goal. We never made it to the East Coast. And now he checked out on me, so Seattle, Washington. That's where I like to be. I'm a Des Moines, Iowa. Hey, I grew up 2 hours north of Des Moines, just right off I-35. Looking for a message from my husband. Well, I don't do it live, but you can go to my email. You can find my email in my bio, and you can email me if you would like to schedule a channeling session. I don't do them live, but I can sure help you out if you do that. Mason City. Actually, I'm from smack dab between Mason City and Ames. It's a little town called Dows, D-O-W-S. If you go up I-35 now, you'll know where I'm from because there's a truck stop and the rest area is there outside of town. I lost somebody in September 2018, same kind of loss as me. Oh, I'm so sorry, Deborah. Can I ask, if you talk to me, I like to ask you questions. That's what I do here, and my chat's going so fast, I'm going to try and keep up. Did you ever get over your loss, and how did you deal, or did you not deal? Those are the kinds of things we talk about here. Big Lake, Minnesota. Kimberly, welcome. I'm sorry to hear about your husband. I hope he found contentment and peace. I pray there is more. Yes, he did. And I can actually talk to him now. So once I discovered I have these abilities, and now he does come through. So, and he's in a better place. So, and he's at peace. Thank you for the follow, Steve. Hi, Steve. Did you tell me where you were from, Steve? Sorry. You're so welcome, Kimberly. Hey, James, how are you? Okay, that's not even funny, but okay. Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate that. Thanks for the badge. Thanks for the hearts. You're doing good? Oh, good. I'm glad. Are you looking forward to a new week? I'm just glad last week is over. To be honest, my Friday and Saturdays are my long days, so today's my only day off through the week, so I look forward to my Sunday, and of course now it's almost over. No, not really, and felt him around for a long time. He was in so much pain, he just couldn't stay. Yes, I understand. I totally relate. Yes? Oh, that's good. I'm in Arkansas. No, I'm ex-military and been everywhere. Okay. Gotcha. So, like I said, I only have 2 rules. I said the first one is I just asked if you're here just to be kind to everyone. I am on my journey where I am, and you are on your journey of life where you are, and none of us are going to agree on everything. Not anything, everything. And so I just ask that if we don't agree, that we agree to disagree. And that if you can't do that, just to hop off and keep scrolling. And my other rule is we don't talk politics here because there's a million other pages for that. And so that's my only 2 rules I have here. Laura from Texas, welcome. Thanks for that, James. I appreciate it. And thank you for the follow, Deborah. So you didn't really deal with the death, then, I take it, Deborah, from what I read. Did I read that correctly? Paul from Wisconsin, welcome. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. My name is Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Not really. Did you not deal with it because you didn't know how? Is that a good question? Yes, I'm correct. Not sure how to deal with it, so you just pretty much didn't deal with it. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to share my story. If you've never been here before, Deborah, I'm not for sure. I don't think I recognize your name. So basically, my husband didn't leave me in a great spot financially. And if you've heard this before, I apologize. Thank you for all the hearts, James. And so therapy was out for me. We were together for 32 years. My entire life for 32 years crumbled that day. And I always say I'm the unique girl. I'm the circle that didn't fit in the square. And so I knew group therapy wasn't going to work for me. And so after I decided I was going to stay on this planet, I had to figure out, okay, I have to figure out a way to deal with this. And so I deep dived into meditation and into journaling. And I don't know if that would help you or not. Journaling is amazing. It's an amazing resource. I get on here and never can talk. So it's nothing new. And it's just good to get your feelings out. For me, I had a lot of guilt in the beginning. And so a lot of days it was just, don't think about it, just write, right? Today I feel guilty. Today I'm angry with you. Today I'm sad. Whatever it may be, just write. And it's really, really helpful. And, because everybody told me, Renee, just put one foot in front of the other. And right in the very beginning, it was just hard to breathe, right? Initially, it was just very hard to breathe. And so in the very beginning, it was just learning how to breathe, and taking it one minute at a time, 1 hour at a time. Pretty soon it was 1 week at a time, 2 weeks at a time, a month at a time. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. And so I might suggest journaling to you, and I don't know if you meditate or anything like that. And meditation doesn't have to be just sitting in a room quiet. Meditation is just learning how to quiet your mind. And I think you said that you connected with him. Is that correct? Did I get that correct too? Did I read that right? So yeah, if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. I'm Renee. I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. No, he did not leave, but it's kind of a long story, so I kind of knew what was going on with him. And now, of course, now I know because I can talk to him. And actually, before I discovered that I had these abilities, my friend had paid for me to talk to a medium. And so I got some answers there. And then once I was able to connect with him and my abilities and my guides, then it all fit together like a puzzle, honestly. Hey. Yes. Okay. You too? Okay. How does it work? How does what work? Can you elaborate on that? I say a lot of things. Sometimes I'm like, I can't keep track of what I say all the time. Nice to meet you. Thank you for the badge. Do you have a name and where are you from? So, okay. So you said, so he connected with you. You said I know how to fly. No, I don't know how to fly. I know how to meditate. Wouldn't that be nice to know how to fly? Not sure where that came from, but no. Kimberly, thank you for the badge. I appreciate that. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Sorry, I'm trying to keep that glare out of my glasses. I only need them to be able to read comments, so... If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the... If you're not familiar, my name is Renee, and I'm from South Dakota. Welcome. Normally, my guides give me a topic for the night, but I also believe that the conversation goes where it's supposed to go. So, does anybody else on here have had a loss that maybe you haven't dealt with or you have dealt with and you would like to share or talk about? Anybody? And Deborah, you're welcome to keep talking to me if you want. Just know, like I said, I'll ask questions if you talk to me. We're not shy around here, so. And that's what this community is about. Basically, it's just an open forum for people to come on and talk if you're lonely or you have a loss or trauma and you're just, trying to figure out how to deal with something. That's what my page is for. So if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Anybody? Anybody else want to talk to me? I apologize. I was really late tonight. I had been staring at my laptop for the last 3 hours and I was starting to get a headache really bad. And I'm like, there is no way I can do a live. And I'm pretty sure it's coming from the glasses and staring at the screen. But so I took them off for a little bit and I was like, oh, I feel better. So better late than never, right? Normally I'm here at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. I always tell everybody if I'm not here by 7:20, I'm not getting on. But it was like 7:35, so I apologize. I lost my 19-year-old grandson in an accident 2 years ago. Okay, first of all, do you have a name and where are you from? And I'm so very sorry for your loss. And did you deal with your loss? Like I said, just know if you talk to me, I'm going to ask you questions. You never have to answer, obviously. I'm going to switch hands. Hello, Texas. Welcome. Laura from Texas. Okay. You probably told me that. I apologize. My chat was going so quick. I'm so very sorry for your loss. Did you deal with his loss, Laura? And if you did, how? And if you didn't? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. And you can keep talking to me, Deborah, if you need to. That's what I'm here for. I think I'm dealing with it well. It's very hard, but it's no longer suffocating. Oh boy, do I remember the suffocation. Yes. And you know what's crazy? So as of a couple days ago, I think it was Friday, it had been a year and 5 months. And there are times it still feels suffocating. I understand completely. And that's where I just tell everybody, that's where you learn to, we just have a moment, right? Have a moment. Don't unpack and live there. Kendra, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Hi, where are you from? Did you tell me already? I apologize. It's okay to have a moment, and like I was saying on one of my lives last week is, and it's okay, sometimes we have a moment and maybe we're at the grocery store, maybe we're at work, maybe, it doesn't matter where you're at, you're allowed to have a moment, and if people don't understand, they don't understand. Fargo, North Dakota. Okay. You're pretty much, I think you're just straight up from me then, or pretty close. My daughter lived up in North Dakota for a while. We can actually enjoy things again. Oh, exactly. He would definitely want that. So I don't know if you heard in the beginning. So after my husband passed away, I discovered that I have these abilities and I'm a medium. And that's 90% of the time, 95% of the time. That's why people come through to me to tell my loved one that I'm okay, I'm at peace. And they don't want us to grieve, right? And I think a lot of people were, I don't know what the right word is off the top of my head. So for a lack of better words, maybe disappointed that I didn't lay in my bed for the first year and just lay there and have a huge moment, and wallow, I guess. Like I said, for a lack of better words, I think a lot of people were disappointed that I didn't. And, once Daryl came through, I knew that he was at peace. And, we grieve here on earth. We grieve for us. The grief is for us, not necessarily for them. It's that they're not here in the physical world for us, and once you discover that the veil between us and them is so very thin, they're literally like right there. Like the second you're thinking about them, they're sitting right next to you, and they want to enjoy life through you. I'm working on connecting with him. There are lots of signs. Okay, that's good that you see the signs. My husband loves to leave me change. Last week at work, I vacuumed a commercial store in the morning, a couple of them. And I found a couple pennies. And it's like, I always know when I find a penny, it's from him. But I see angel numbers all day long. But my guides are always talking to me. So, and that's good, and that's what I tell people is, sometimes the signs aren't, you're not going to see a billboard. It's not going to be a billboard going, hello, I'm here, right? It's little things, right? Like in the very beginning, I could smell him, right? And I know this is going to sound so bad, but he was a truck driver. My husband was a truck driver. And so it was like he would come home just so smelly, from sometimes if he had his coveralls on in the truck and he was hot and stinky and, and he would come home. And it was so crazy because like the first month and a half, 2 months, I could smell like that stinky. And then I knew he was around, And I know that's funny and, sounds crazy too, but it was like, okay, I know he's right here. And then obviously then there was just other ways that I found, I knew that he was here, and he sends me songs. And there's been times where before they repossessed my car, I would get in my car and music would just play on my YouTube, would just pop up on my phone and start playing, crazy songs. So, hey, Dark Breeze, how are you? I forget your name suddenly. I apologize. Give me a couple times and I'll remember. Darn it, I forgot your name. I hate it when I do that. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Jonathan Flickers Lights. Oh, yes. Yes. I have a really good friend on Facebook who her son passed away about 3 years ago when my husband was in the hospital. My husband was sick, briefly had strokes. It's a long story. It's all in my videos. You can go find it. But and her son passed away. And I always call him a kid because he looked like a kid. He had a rare disease, but he was like 21. He was an adult. Mark from Indiana. Okay, I'll remember that now because I have to associate with another Mark. Okay, got it. Todd from Texas. Welcome. Glad to have you here. And so he loves my microwave fan. And he will turn my fan on. And I cannot turn it off no matter what button I push, until I sit down and get the message from him, relay it to his mom, and then he'll turn my fan off. So I totally relate. And I was, last year I was working at a job and I would be all the way across the room from my paper towel machine. And all of a sudden my paper towel machine would go, and paper towels would come down. And I knew it was him. I'd be like, hey, Jacob, you have to wait till I get home. I'm at work. So, yeah, they're always sending us signs. It's just people aren't awake to it, but they're in a better place. And the more that I connect with the other side, the more that I'm learning things like, they want to be included they still want to be included, right? Just because they're on the other side of the veil, they want to be included in our life. And I heard somebody explain, another medium explain it this way. And I thought how enlightening it was. So if you are at a party, right? And the party's out on a patio and you go stand out in the dark, it's at nighttime, and you go stand out in the dark about 30, 40 feet. And you're out there in the dark and everybody's in the party and they don't realize you're out there in the dark. And you're standing there in the dark, nobody's paying any attention to you, don't even know you're out there. That's how our loved ones on the other side feel, right? They're out there in the dark. They just want to be included. So make sure on your I don't know if you already do this, but on your grandson's birthdays or your loved one's birthdays, or, if there's somebody special that's in your life that they would want to celebrate, maybe a daughter that's getting married or a son or whatever it may be, make sure you're including them because they want to be included. It takes lots of practice. Are you talking about to connect with them? I apologize. But yeah, they want to be included. And so they love that. So anytime you can include them, do so. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Yes, to connect. Yes, it does take practice. Yes. For me, there for a long time, the first year I wasn't sleeping well. And so I really had to I would have to take a nap before I could meditate to pull somebody in. It's getting easier depending on the day, but I really have to be able to focus sometimes. And if I'm overtired or something, it's really hard for me to focus. That's why I never channel on a live, because I have to focus. You wish you could connect with your wife? Well, I hate to plug myself, but my guides tell me I have to do this. So I'm going to do this right here, right now. So if you go to my email, I only charge $40. I feel like that's a fair price just because it does suck a lot of my energy and it does take a little bit of time to connect with them. I apologize for my phone, but I only charge $40. If you email me, you can set up a channeling session and I can try to channel her. Obviously, it's never guaranteed, but I usually have pretty good success rate. But yeah, my email, and I can give you those. My email is scorpiomedium74. Sorry, I got cotton mouth tonight. I'm at scorpiomedium74 at Gmail or scorpiomedium74 at Yahoo. And you can find it here in my bio. Or I do have a YouTube channel at Scorpio Medium, and all my information is there also. And like I said, I only charge $40. I feel like that's a fair price. I know a lot of people charge a lot more than that. I'm just kind of starting out, and my guides kept telling me all last summer, Renee, you have a service. And I'm like, I do? And they're like, yes, Renee, you can talk to the other side. You're a medium. You can offer a service. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, right? And I felt really bad. And I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to charge a fair price. And so I feel 40 is fair. Like I said, it takes a lot of energy out of you to channel sometimes. So if I do like 2 or 3 channelings in a day, I literally am drained. So anyway, so that's my little plug. I don't like to plug myself, but like I said, if you you can email me and you can set up a channeling session with me and we can try to pull your wife through, okay? If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Over channel. If you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. I'm Renee, if you're not familiar, and I'm from South Dakota. You will now? Okay. Okay. I work in the morning, so don't expect a response until after about 10 o'clock Mountain Time. I work early morning to little, like 9 o'clock. So anyway, and that's usually when I get home, and then I check my emails, and I'll get back with you. So yeah, so that's my little plug that I normally do at the end, but since you asked, like I said, I feel like that's fair, and I was like, I just don't feel right. And then my guides are like, I'm no different than a mechanic or somebody else. And it's like, yeah, I get it, but I feel $40 is fair. So I know a lot of people charge $100 or more. So anyhow, that's my little plug. Anybody else have anything else they want to talk about tonight? Anybody? I know I was running a lot late tonight. I normally am on, but I had such a headache. I was typing on my laptop all afternoon and evening. You think that's fair? Oh, good. I was going to say, for everybody I've already channeled for, they don't, nobody has really said that wasn't fair. So, and I have PayPal and Venmo, so I don't know if you have any of those. That's how I usually do my payments, is I send you my PayPal or my Venmo. And we usually do it that way. So if you have any of those, I know some people don't, but if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Anybody else have anything else they want to talk about tonight? Laura, are you still there? I'm assuming Debbie's already left. Like I said, I didn't get a topic tonight because I had such a headache from typing all day, and my guides were like, didn't give me a topic because I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't see straight. And then I took my glasses off for a little bit and rested my eyes, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get on for a little bit anyway. I don't like people thinking I'm abandoning them. So, if nobody else has anything else they want to talk about tonight, anybody? Just should we have hope? Hope as in your loved ones are always around you. Yes. Hope that there is basically another world on the other side. Yes. So yes, there's lots of hope. Lots and lots of hope. If that's what you meant. Basically, you just continue on. People don't, I might have a friend that hates it when I say this, but basically we just give up our meat suit and our soul continues on with the world. Yes, I think we should have hope. Yes, I believe there's lots of good things coming. I believe there's a new world coming where we're going to go back to a lot less ego, a lot less greed, more love, more peace. That's how I see it. So yeah, if you're just hopping on, tell me who you are, where you're from. Sorry, I'm going to back up here real quick. If anybody else have anything else they want to talk about tonight? Anybody? Nancy in Ohio. Welcome. Okay, guys. Well, if nobody else has got anything else they want to talk about, you learned to channel with your wife. Oh, that's amazing. You know, anybody can really do it. It's just, the trick is learning how to quiet your mind, being able to pull them in. Everybody, I believe everybody has abilities. It's just whether you can learn to tap into them or not. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mark. Right? Did I get it right? If I say it a couple times, I'll remember too. Okay, guys. Well, on that note, if nobody has anything else they want to add, I'm going to say I hope you all have a great night. Before I do that, I forgot. I always forget. So I'm generally here Sunday through Wednesday, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Generally, if I'm not here by 7:20, I'm not going to be here. I might have to babysit for my daughter. Oh, that's cool. Well, there you go. Yeah, once the other side knows that somebody can hear them, they'll come chatter. You know, just the trick is, Mark, just knowing, having boundaries, right? I have a cousin that he's very anxious sometimes when he knows that I'm focused and I'm there, and he'll try to come through. Excuse me. Oh, been a long day. And he'll try to interrupt when I'm channeling other people sometimes, and I'll be like, "Hey, wait your turn." I have to tell him. Your wife held them back. Yeah. So, that's the thing, is just learning to have boundaries with them, right? Setting your boundaries so they know, I'm not going to channel right now. I'll channel you later. Or like I said, wait your turn. So Joseph, good evening. Where are you from? Thank you for the badge. So like I was saying, I'm here normally Sunday through Wednesday night. Sometimes Friday or Saturday night if I'm not out dancing and I have something to talk about, I'll hop on. Missouri, welcome. Glad to have you here. Thank you for that badge. Again, I appreciate that. And so, yeah, I'll hop on those nights. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just usually here Sunday through Wednesday, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. And so, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, does anybody else have anything else I want to talk about? If not, I'm going to say on that note, I hope you all have a great night. Possibly moving to Oregon sometime this year. Well, you read my mind. My husband and I were supposed to. My husband checked out on me. So that dream's waiting. It's coming someday, but it's in the future more than I would like it to be. So good luck to you, Joseph. What part of Oregon? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We were looking at the southern part. We really like the Gold Beach area. It is a beautiful state. We always like it because it's the best of, on the coast, it's the best of both worlds, right? You have the mountains and the ocean, which we both loved. So, yeah, what part are you thinking? We have friends in Newport, so about an hour outside of Portland. Which direction? If you don't mind me asking. Sorry. I'm kind of nosy sometimes when people tell me things. Sorry, guys. Oh, it was a long week. And today was my only day off. And of course, it goes so quick. Southeastish. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, we were thinking more on the coast. We wanted to be on the coast. So we love the Gold Beach, Brookings area. Part of the reason why we were going to move there is because I have fibromyalgia. And so I'm really over winter time and doing winters. And so in that area, it's like lows of 40 generally, highs of 80. So it's just perfect for me. Not too cold, not too hot. So that's why we like that area. We spent a whole month in our camper at Gold Beach here, basically exactly 2 years ago, before my husband decided to check out. So anyway, okay, guys. Well, on that note, I'm gonna cut it off here. I hope y'all have a great night. I should be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock-ish, a little before, a little after. I hope y'all have a great night. Remember to make tomorrow great, because it's a choice, right? And on that note, I'm going to say until we meet again. Oh, you love fog and rain. Sorry, I had to read that before I left. Take care, you too.